Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. My name's Morgan. I'm the owner of Hyped, a social media marketing agency here in Auckland, New Zealand. And today I thought I would talk about how to get started on social media, particularly if you're a business or a brand or possibly an influencer. But I suppose if you're just interested and you found this because you were searching it, it'll still be helpful for you. But it's technically geared towards businesses, brands, and influencers. So getting started on social media can feel a little bit daunting. With anything as humans, we always want to get started on the right foot. So with social media, it's no different. And today I thought I would give you a few expert top tips on how to get your brand started on social media, particularly if you have a clean slate. This would work for you if you don't have a clean slate, but this is a great way to get started if you do have one. So step one, I'm not going to talk about how to set up your profiles, because it's so easy to find that information already. It's pretty user friendly as well on each platform, so you don't really need me. And two, things change all the time, so who's to say I could make this video and then tomorrow they could change things. So the stuff I'm going to talk about today is tried and tested and age-old methods, by age-old about 10 years, ways to get started. The first thing you're going to want to do before you get started is know who your audience is. Now, as an influencer, this can be a bit of a gray area, but as a business, you should be figuring this out no matter what. Social media aside, you should know who your audience is. And I want you to get really specific here. Give them a name, give them an age, give them a location, give them some interests, give them everything. How much do they earn every year? What do they like to do in their spare time? What are their interests outside of, work and friends? I want you to get as specific as possible. The more intimately you can know your audience, the better you're going to be able to provide them with content that they actually like. So write out a couple of avatars for your customers, and you should be doing this already, like I said, but this will be really helpful later on when coming up with what to serve them on your social media. So create some avatars and know who your audience is. Now, once you know who your audience is, you'll also know what sort of platforms they like, because platforms are generally split into age groups and interest groups and sometimes gender groups as well. So if you know all of those things about your customers or your avatars, then you will know which platforms they're on. And if you know which platforms they're on, then you know which platforms you should be signing up for. Because if you thought you were going to sign up for Instagram, but your avatar would never be on Instagram, then hey, you know not to sign up for that. And this is really important because having a bunch of different social media platforms that we need to manage means we're either going to spend all our time on social media not doing the actual things we signed up for business for, unless you're like me and you created a social media agency, or it's going to mean that you're going to do a half-assed job on every platform that you're on and you're never going to effectively run on one. So knowing who your avatar is step one, but knowing which platform they're on and which you should sign up for is step two. Now that you know which platform they're on and what their interests are, you can know which kind of content they like. So do they like memes? Do they like things that are humor-based? Do they like more serious tips and tricks or hacks? Do they prefer video content over photo content? Do they prefer long-form blogs? There's a whole host of things you can figure out here. I can't get too specific just because this is a very general video, but once you know your avatar and you know their platform, then you know what kind of content you should be serving them. So that's a great start. Now that you know which content to serve them, you know which content to create for them. Okay, so that is not just photos and videos, but that's curating memes, that's curating other content that people have created that you can share on your pages. It's a whole host of things, but it also means creating a voice, creating a way that your brand has presence on social media. So what you can do is you can say, okay, my avatar is quite informal and she loves Instagram, which means I can use emojis, I can use hashtags, I can use all this funny stuff, which is really fantastic, and it means that you know how to talk to your customer already. So that's a great start, but it also means you can create content based on this. So this isn't just photos and videos, but that's a great way to get started. So create videos talking to them really informally, or use influencers to talk to them. Use a plethora of emojis, or use really fun client testimonials or how-tos of your products. And then you can use great free tools online to curate or create that content. Canva is one that I use all the time as a social media manager. All my clients have at least a few bits of content on their pages that I've created through Canva. It's a great tool to use if you don't have any graphic design experience like myself, or perhaps you don't understand Photoshop. It's really user friendly, it's free, and it'll give you great templates to use that, it'll blow your mind. So you have your avatar, you have your platform, you have your voice, and you have your content, and hey, you're ready to get started on social media. There are a lot of really technical aspects which I go into in specific videos, which I haven't covered in this video, but to get started, that is the bare basics. But I do have an ebook that will explain it all to you. It's only $5 New Zealand. Like I literally couldn't make it any cheaper. You can get it on my website. I'll link it down below. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section. And like I said, lots more videos related to social media content and ads and everything else for businesses. So just hit the subscribe button. Not to be a cheesy YouTuber, but hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in our next video.